Another studio using something about. Check this out, though, coming up here on your left-hand side, big billboard says Amity Island. That was the village terrorized by the giant. He looks a lot smaller in person than he did in the movie. Well, gang, camera trick. Surely you've heard the camera adds 10 pounds. Well, obviously. The important thing to remember is they caught the shark, or did they? Wait a minute, there's another shark in the water. Oh man, that fin, that's the shark from Jaws. The one hanging up by his tail is the wrong one. Uh-oh, he's after the diver.
No.
What's more, I think he got the diver too, poor guy. You do have to give that diver credit. He sure had guts. And look, there they are.
Oh.
What? Anyway, everybody, it's a well-known scientific fact that sharks are always hungry, even after feeding. I mean, swim and eat, that's all they do. Which means that he may be coming after us next. But don't worry, yeah. First, he's got to get us into the water, doesn't he? Bad chance of that. Anyway, I have up in my big mouth. Oh, wow. You know, you don't see that every day. Well, I do. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, a quick announcement. Please listen carefully. We're entering what's known as a quiet zone. They are filming on this section of the back lot a television series called Desperate Housewives. So I've got to be quiet for a while. I'll talk to you in about 4 or 5 minutes.
ท่าเรือเล็กจิ๋วเดียวนะกำลังถ่ายอ่ะหนังจิกโจนไดอารี่ไหมโอ้กองหน้ากองถ่ายเอาได้ข้างบนเข้าไปเนี่ย
That's how the Grinch stole Christmas. Most of the movie was filmed indoors inside the sound stages. That was built for a handful of seats. Also on your left, though, behind the sound stage 12.
Oh.
Then back over your right shoulders there. Right in front of the big blue wall. That's our outdoor water tank. That's what we use to recreate the middle of the ocean on the middle of the back lot. Kind of hard to visualize because it's almost empty, but the whole area...
Doesn't take vacations? Does he? He? No.
I'll freeze that, because that on your screens is that to your right. Except on your screens it's full of water, and the cameras...
Are you ready to see your final stunt? Yes. I'm ready to see it. Well, here it is. As that lake rages with fire, you have to swim under... Oh, there, let's go, buddy!
Bob SquarePants movie, the live action sequences. Moving, however, from live action to...
I'm Stephen Summers, the writer-director of The Mummy. When I began this project, I knew it was going to be a challenging shoot. The biggest challenge was to recreate the mysterious world of ancient Egypt and the very threatening monster that could frighten a modern-day audience. Luckily, I had my...
Be safe. You use the spotlights on your video cameras. It annoys the spirits. Oh, and if you don't like bugs, don't look over to the right. Yeah, there's a whole nest of scarab beetles over there. Not too terribly attractive, now are they? Oh, plus it's dark in here. Why did it have to be dark in here? Curse of the Mummy's tomb! Oh, curse it all! Hold on! news. Do you remember the scarab beetles we saw when we first came in here?
Mr. Lemley's city of entertainment has grown beyond his wildest dreams. You know what? It's a happy ending straight out of the movies.
All right, everybody, we're going to head back to the theme park.
Times George Von Hyde, American Werewolf in London, Apollo 13, Dante's Peak, Son of Woman, Frankenstein, Big Twister, Backdraft, and Schindler's List. And I don't worry.
KUSH, Hollywood.
I'm your clip jockey, Brad. And you know, back in the early days of Universal's history, we set the standard for one particular kind of film, the horror movie. And now we give you some money.
We can live again in a body I made with my own hands. Throw the switches.
KUSH, two really big stars in uniform. The answer is D, none of the above. You see, it's a trick question. Force forward at all times when on the escalator and remain standing. For your own safety, please do not sit on the steps. KUSH and all of you that want to hear some comedies, raise your hands. Okay, now, all of you who really want to hear some comedies.
To the Chevy, I spent some more. I failed to yield at a crosswalk. I changed lanes in the intersection. I changed lanes without signaling while running a red light and speeding.
You mean you have to tell the truth?
Yes.
No matter what?
No matter what.
Is wrestling real?
In the Olympics, yes. On Channel 23, no.
Was staying too good?
Many famous directors have made Universal their home for their offices and production companies. In fact, some bungalows now.
Lebanon.
Lebanon, baby, Lebanon! Where? New Zealand! Go to New Zealand! Anybody else from overseas? No? Anybody else? Models and miniatures to create scenes that were only too difficult or expensive to do full size. So here, in the hands of a really talented special effects artist, this could look. What are you doing? I'm a model. No, you're not a model. Get out of the shot. You're sitting in front of a projected moving background to make it appear as if they're driving. Or like Alfred Hitchcock did in Psycho, he made it look like some poor guy. Don't answer the door. Dude, don't answer the door. Don't answer. Don't. Oh my gosh! It's Paris Hilton! We're gonna recreate that scene using our lovely volunteer. How you doing? Good. Do you like cats? Oh, you do? You're gonna hate them after this. We're gonna take a normal-sized cat, Miss Kitty, from our Animal Planet Live show. Everybody go, ah. Yeah, we're gonna blow her up real big and shrink you down real small and put Miss Kitty in this window. So when I say action, you pull the string. Curtain's gonna open. You're gonna see the cat, and you start screaming your head off. Okay? Now the scream is very important to the scene, so let me hear you practice one. Go for it. Wow, she's gonna die. Everybody watch the center screen, rotate, and action, turn, fight the paw, scream at the cat, fight the paw. Get over there, fight, no, get back, get over there, fight the paw. Not one-handed patty cake, fight that cat. Look at money. And cut, yeah. Any situation. Great example, 1996, The Nutty Professor. Who saw the movie? Yeah, you guys know they had to play 6 different characters, 5 had to appear on screen at the same time, so what they did was put Eddie in front of a blue screen, ours is green, color does not matter. They shot each scene.
I can't wait for Shirley to bring me home some bread.
Hercules!
Yeah, I know a wonderful church down there on Main Street.
Oh, Carla, I know a wonderful minister. What religion is that girl here?
Yeah, you know, I feel like I'm taking in unless you look sort of already. It's white, though. Can you wear a white wedding dress, young man?
That's a good... Now, computers played a huge role in this next film by Universal and Stephen Sommers. It's called Van Helsing. In fact, computers played most of the roles, like Mr. Hyde, Dracula, and the Wolfman. Now, while many of the creatures were generated by computers, Dracula and his brides were a combination of live action and CGI. They put the actors in special flying rigs and filmed them in front of a blue screen. Then they combined the live movement with the computer-generated imagery for these final sequences. Now, it took the skills of hundreds of artists and craftsmen all over the globe to create these amazing sets. They shot in Paris and Prague and other exotic locations. But to really capture the enormous scale of the sets and make them even bigger, they once again turned to computer-generated imagery. Everything you see in a scene coming up right here is created by a computer. The snow, the people, the mountains, the weather, everything. Even, can we freeze this frame, please? This is freeze, please. Thank you. This is the Castle Dracula. Everything here was created by a computer. And except for me. I was created with a combination of Jack Daniels and Barry White back in the early 70s. All right, we're going to move on to the mythical city of Holland. Thank you, dear. There we go. That's it. This big form. Okay, now we're going to take our lovely volunteers and we're going to digitally shrink them down and put them right there on that little tiny wooden scaffolding next to the Sphinx that Chris is so desperately pointing at. Thank you for your... It's very desperate. That's very good. Thank you. All right, here we go. Now, you're a worker in ancient Egypt, so when I say action, it's your job to lift and pass those heavy stones in the hot Egyptian sun, okay? Have you ever passed a stone? Gotta see that pain. Ooh, okay, that pain. Sir, why are you smiling? You're chained to a wall and you get tortured. You enjoy this kind of thing? Yeah. Chris does. Sir, I need to hear you practice moaning and lightning. You can pass that stone if you want, sweetheart. There you go. Pass the stones. There you go. She's sitting there playing with one stone. More lightning, please. More lightning. She's playing. Whoa. Folks, please stay in your seats. Smells like chicken. Did he sign the release form?
Yeah.
Oh, good. We still have jobs. Let's give everyone some right up there one time. Wow. Not a big day. Well, folks, the bad news is they sit down slowly and the helmet might explode. I'm just kidding, sweetheart. It'll explode anyway. All right, we'll come and get you during the show, hon, okay? Thank you very much. Oh, there's that. I want you to cut. Oh, you infant, will you listen to me? Cut means to stop. It means to end. It's a movie term. Show them how the knife works. Oh, no, stop! Show them how the blood knife works. There we go. We put blood in the handle, squeeze the handle, comes out the tip, creating a very realistic effect, especially when the victim is laughing his head off. Well, Dwight, get out of there. No drinking till afterward. You did a great job. Let him clean you up a little bit. He enjoys this. This is a lot of fun for Chris. Get the armpit. There we go. All right, give him a big round of applause. Stop. Well, at least he didn't hit the wall. It only gets worse. Okay, let's go back to the silent film era. We're going to take a look at, there he is, Lon Chaney, master of makeup, created and portrayed these characters right here. He paved the way to the next genius of makeup. Here he is, Jack Pierce, father of Universal's classic monster, Frankenstein. The Bride of Frankenstein, the Wolfman, and the original Mummy. Then in the 1950s came Bud Westmore and the creature from the Black Lagoon. Last but not least, here a fellow from Jurassic Park. Knock it off. Chris is controlling the eyes. The mouth.
What's up? It's a dinosaur.
And the realistic sound effects from the handlebars.
Timmy!
Affleck! Again, I'm using traditional makeup techniques on Frankenstein's monster. Actor Shuler Hensley, there he is right there, had to spend 5.5 hours every day in a makeup chair being covered with latex and silicone, like the actors on Baywatch. Then they get copper dentures and colored contact lenses and put them in a full-length bodysuit complete with arm and leg extensions. Now the producers wanted the creatures to be as realistic as possible, so they turned to, here he is, Michael Jackson for help. No, I'm just kidding. I went to Industrial Light and Magic. These wizards there deliver the goods. First they figure out what the creature's going to look like based on these drawings or renderings. Then they add the form and the shape. And then step by step they put in the final touches like fur, fangs, saliva, bad attitude, B.O., lousy credit. And here you have the final result. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, J-Lo going for her third husband. Choice of death, thank you, sweetheart. Now, Brianna's wearing a telemetry suit. This is state-of-the-art in creature control. With this outfit, she's going to help us demonstrate something that we've been working on for an upcoming production. So everybody, I'd like you to meet Fluffy, an adorable little robot bunny rabbit with a cute little fluffy tail and a little pink nose. He's going to hop around the stage and eat a carrot. Let's say hi to the bunny rabbit. Whoa! That's not the bunny rabbit. Are you afraid? No, you must have cable TV at home. Okay, now Fluffy is a robot that doesn't work from the waist down. His feet are bolted onto the stage so his legs can't walk or run or move, okay? You'll be controlling the upper body. That means the arms and the jaw, which is voice activated through your voice, through the helmet, to Fluffy. So when we power him up, I'll ask you to move, you do the movement I do, Fluffy will do the movement you do, okay? Now he's a work in progress, and he's very expensive. But we want you to have a good time, okay? That's the important thing. What's the important thing? No, sweetheart, if you break it, you're buying it. I'm just kidding. Mom's gonna buy it. Okay, stay very still. Stay very still. All right, Chris, I want you to turn him on.
Turn him on?
Turn him on.
Hey, sexy.
You need to stop. Go turn him on. I apologize, folks. It's my fault. Okay, stay very still. Here we go. And there we go. That's normal. No, wait for me. Whoa, put your arms down. Wait for me. Bring your right arm up like this. Good. Now bring up your other right arm. Perfect. Twist your body this way. Excellent. Face Fluffy again. Now open your arms real fast like this. Did I get you? No. Oh, darn. Okay. Now give me a loud roar. Go roar. Good. Now say, I am hungry. And I'm going to eat. Now attack your prey. Go like this. Go roar. Just like that. Give me the roar. Give me the roar. There we go. Now that you've eaten, you're going to grab it by the neck and you're going to go like this. I got my victim. It's in my tummy. It tastes like chicken. It's really yummy.
Come on, y'all! I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace. $20. I'll stop singing. Up down in my mind.
$20?
No checks. Come on in. Alright, so we have one. Here, you come on down here. Good. Okay, so we go on that mic right over there in the corner. Take you over here. Now, of course, we're in a digital age. We have a brand new way of making wind. I'm so proud of myself. But let me show you how Foley works. Here's a little example from the Nutty Professor to the Clump starring Eddie Murphy. This is raw footage with no Foley on it. Watch this.
Would you please put your clothes back on? You look like a roast chicken.
And without the Foley, you can tell the actors are not really hitting each other.
Look at shot.
So this is what I like to refer to as broken film because you just don't buy it. What we do is we fix broken film by adding all the sound effects, using all the crazy gear that you see down on the stage there. In fact, I'm going to show you how we fix that clip that you just saw. Watch this.
Would you please put your clothes back on? You look like a roast chicken. That was a lucky shot.
4 years of college. Thanks so much. But that's how easy Foley is. It's so easy, in fact, that all you guys are going to do Foley for us on the 4 films that we're working today. Today we're working on Universal Pictures' Born Supremacy, Seabiscuit, wow, Peter Pan, and DreamWorks Academy Award-winning Shrek. We'll start with you, sir. What's your name? Richard, good for you. Stay right there. What's your name? Cheryl, where are you from? From Ohio. Okay. Cheyenne? Cheyenne. Oh, cool. So you guys are going to make the sound of the horses racing in the horse race. Look at this light over here. See that red light? When that red light goes on, here's what I want you to do. Okay, give it a shot. Go ahead. That's great.
She did great.
Move for the lead. Listen to that crowd. I'm gonna do playback so you guys can hear me today because that was great, but I'm gonna get your effects, I'm gonna have to get it live. So come on over here, I'll put you in a soundproof booth so we can get it up. See, I got too much music. Next. Come over here and lock the Fight back, Richard. Yeah, no arms. Kick it. Oh, hey, nice job. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming to the special effects stage. Hope you have a great day here at Universal Studios. Thanks for helping us through.
How you doing? A little better, there you go. My name's Keith, and welcome to Backdraft. I got a few things to point out very quickly. You do not want to step over these yellow lines. For your safety, please do not sit on the railings.
Crew working under demanding conditions to realistically portray fire and the heroism of the firefighters who battled. The screenwriter, Gregory Wyden, was a former fireman, and he made it very clear that in our movie, the firefighters had to be right there. Every day they found themselves in the middle of flame, smoke, flying ash, and toppling scenery. With all the complicated technical elements, even the rehearsals were difficult. We rehearsed the scene first for the actors, then for the camera. Then we added the special effect. Finally, we rolled film. Action! This is how the scene looked in the theater. Hold on! There's a lot of hard work for a very short amount of screen time. Throughout, we had to maintain realism. We went to real old warehouses in Chicago and set fire to the inside, set fire to the outside, and then we blew them up. The crew worked tirelessly to try to make the fire into a living, breathing entity, or as firefighters sometimes call it, the beast.
The rest of and very hot. Now this scene, the finale of the film, had it all. During the chemical warehouse fire, a giant catwalk gives way, and Kurt Russell turned set on fire, and that's what you see fall. There were hundreds of other special effects created for the film. One simple one was called the Ash-O-Matic, a machine that threw burning ash over all of us. Man, I hated that thing. At the end of the production, the crew let me blow it up.
But though it may seem harmless, don't let it seduce you. For without warning, it might suddenly turn up.
And railings. If you want to leave, the exit is at this end of the building, and by all means.
Rolling. Speed! And playback! And action!
There was a fire in the center office. It burned up everything in the room until it ran out of oxygen. Oh, it may look quiet now, but that is its deception for hiding inside of unburned natural gases, waiting for a breath of fresh air.
Thank you. And now, an important message for parents from KUSH. Parents, please remember to have your children stand in the center of the step, holding the handrail. Do not sit on the steps. Thank you.
Broadcasting from Universal Studios Hollywood. KUSH is...
Thanks to the food.
เดี๋ยวขากลับนั่งรถไปลงฮอลลีวูดซันเซ็ต
ชอบคัดสินค้าอะไรเป็นหนังเลย
I need lots of euros.
เดี๋ยวกระแทกโป๊ะต้องระวังกล้องนะ
Now, please stand by for an important message from the Institute's Chief Inventive Officer, Dr. Emmett Brown.
Now that you're here, time travel volunteers, I can give you your pre-flight briefing. There's a lot you need to know if you're to successfully cross space-time continuum. We'll have to hurry though. The lift's still all loose. Anything could happen.
Hello? Was conducting an experiment back in 1955.
You must have stowed away!
Sending both vehicles and time travelers back to the original point of departure. There's no telling where or when Biff may be leading us, so be prepared for anything. Good luck, time travelers.